What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Other Side of the Firewall podcast. We're talking the latest and greatest in cybersecurity news, as well as denying those movers and shakers and glass ceiling breakers. Those people of color who made it to the other side of the proverbial firewall. My name is Ryan Lewis, and as always, enjoy my shit times.
So,
What's going on? Chris,
What's going on, everybody?
what's going on, Chris? And then Daniel should be back in the next couple of weeks. So he's doing some big life events. So when he comes back, he can talk all about it. But with that being said, please keep it tuned in. So Monday, Tuesday, our topics, Wednesday discussion. Thursdays, Ask the CISSP, but then will probably be something different. I'll probably record something different. I'm taking some AI trainings, so then they'll come up. And then Fridays, everything else. We'll be splits, games, all like this stuff. But without further ado, I'll give it a chance.
all right, everybody. This next article comes from bleepingcomputer.com, written by Lawrence Abrams. And the title of this one is FBI sees BreachForums hacking forum used to leak stolen data, right? So it's not the first time this has happened where the FBI is like, all right, we coming after y'all, right? So what BreachForums was a hacking forum where people would go on, they go into this forum to brag about different things that they've done, to release different information out to people, how they were going about, kind of making it available to the masses. Not, I'm gonna say the masses, but to the people that wanted that information, right, to use it for whatever nefarious reasons they may want to use the information for, right? But this occurred on this previous Wednesday morning, right? And this was after the site was used to leak data stolen from a Europol law enforcement portal, right? So once Europol got hacked, I guess they were like, all right, enough of this. FBI, come in here and make it happen. You know what I mean? Because this is kind of getting into a lot more of what they do when it comes to cybersecurity stuff. And I'm not saying the FBI has not been up on cyber, right? But we're seeing a lot more of this. We're seeing Department of Justice, FBI are going out and they're laying waste to some of these nefarious, I don't know what you want to call them, cyber gangs, I guess you would call them. I don't know what the terminology would be.
The cyber mafia.
Cyber mafia. There you go. Yeah. But the FBI and DOJ, they're going out there and they're hitting people like gangbusters, man. Like, and it does mention in the article here, they did have assistance from international partners. And we've seen this several times over, right? Like we've seen this where we've had, with as much as from, I want to say it was like 17 or 19 different nations that have gone out there and done different collaborative efforts to bring these things down. But yeah, BreachForums, if you go to their site, they have this message up there that says, hey, we got this now. If this is under FBI control, we got everything we need to. And they're even doing as much as sending out from one of the people that they arrested. The screen name is Baphomet, BAPHOMET. They're even posting under their username saying this Telegram chat is under the control of the FBI. They putting it right up front, like, hey, just so y'all know, like, we got this, and if y'all been communicating with them, we probably coming for you too, right? So the FBI has put the notice out there. They're saying, hey, anyone who's had any type of dealings with this hacking forum, or you have any type of information to help us with things that have been going on here, like, reach out to us. All right, they got a way to reach the FBI on there. They're not playing around. They're like, contact us here, all right, and we'll to aid in the investigation, and we'll do what we need to do to make sure this gets tapered down some, I guess you could say, right? But no, they're not playing around, man. And this is not like the first time they've ever done something like this. We've had it before on the show. They even go into the article, talk about previous forums that they've gotten, and like how what they mentioned in here is kind of how BreachForums got started, right? They talk about how there was a previous one where they were leaking stolen data for DC Health Link, right, which was a healthcare provider for U.S. House members, their staff, and their families. And we talked about this before when it came to the United Health breach, right? We were talking about how different information could be used, for blackmail of politicians and things of that nature. But that's kind of like from years ago doing this stuff. It's kind of what sparks the activity for the FBI to get involved on this and do what they need to do, right? So cyber criminals, like, you guys have these, I know you are trying to be more legit when it comes to having your court systems and, these forums you can go to, and you're trying to be civil and, work amongst each other, even though y'all are stabbing each other in the back with not paying out once these crimes are being committed. But BreachForum has been taken down. I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I know all these other forums that are out there for hacking or anything like that. But they are gunning for you, right? Like you guys going out there and doing this stuff, guys and gals, excuse me, y'all are equal opportunity offenders, right? Equal opportunity when it comes to calling y'all out. They're gunning for you, right? Like this is the United States, it's the FBI and the Department of Justice, right? They have the means to make things happen. Even if they don't have the means, they can reach out to the people that do. You know what I'm saying? So be mindful that they're coming for you, and this is what you got to look forward to if you're out there on these forums making information available for people, or if you're out there bragging about the different things that you've done. They'll find you. They're coming for you. All right. This is what happens to you. All right. But Chris, what's your thoughts on this?
Hey, just first thought, when as you're saying the FBI is coming for you, it's like it sounds like the hackers need to start, practicing some cybersecurity, to ensure that they don't get caught by the FBI. But no, but the first thing that came to mind was in the article it states that some of the examples of stolen corporate data from some of these companies include AT&T, 23andMe, HP Enterprise, Home Depot, Dell, Antibody, and Postmoney. Big companies, right, with a lot of money and a lot of stake in the United States, right, in at least in the infrastructure of the United States, right. AT&T, if you don't know, they are a huge ISP for many government organizations, and not just government, but civilian organizations throughout the country, right? Having access to ISP data would be very advantageous to any advanced persistent threat, or hackers rather. But when Shannon mentioned that the healthcare provider for U.S. House members and their staff were involved, then to me, once you get politicians involved in something, when their families and they're affected, something starts happening, right? Not to be a little cynical here, but when the top brass are involved in any incident, you best believe that the FBI and DOJ are going to start actually moving things along. And then additionally, with respect to the FBI, I know that the latest and greatest SIM, XDR scanning technologies are utilized by some of the best cybersecurity practitioners in the civilian sector. But I bet you better believe that the FBI and the three-letter agencies have got something much better than we have, right, in industry. They're able to find, track, and they've got accesses to databases that we don't even know exist. And the level of information that they have and that their analysts can process is unreal, right? We don't have access to that. We're not on the net. And they've got people that are on the net looking at everything, protecting our country, right? So it's very impressive what the FBI is doing, and really what their partners are doing as well. And really hats off to them. But yeah, once you get international companies involved, to specifically Interpol as well, you got even more help. So you got almost like the all-stars, three-letter agency all-stars just coming after you. So yeah, breacher. This forum was going to go down eventually, but very proud of what we do at the FBI. And so yeah.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So, yeah, please like, share, subscribe, like this stuff. This is done with all fits. You can get ourselves make please share with your friends. We're trying to push with climbing ourselves by the end of June, 1,000 by the end of the year. So I don't believe it's that big of a task as we've grown exponentially this year alone. So I think we can hit those targets. But with that being said, hit up Monday through Friday, Monday, Tuesday are topics, Wednesday discussion, Thursdays, Ask ChatSP, or throwback or something to that. Last week I did top 10 tips for starting your podcast. So just do something a little bit different to diversify the content. And then Fridays, everything else, so movies, books, games, all that good stuff. But with that being said, yeah, it's good to see that they took on the forum. And like Shaz this up first time. So we report about it in the past. Like you said, there's a coalition last time. It was like 17 countries shut down the last big forum. But it was crazy though is sometimes this is entrapment. Sometimes these forums are actually started by to other agencies in order to entice people to come and start to share their information. And we talked about that being with bird phones, where they install apps to help the bad guys be more efficient at communication, just so they can capture the communication and then flip off. So I just don't trust anything. If you're a bad guy, I mean, go ahead and trust, and then we get locked up. Like you just out there search the dark web while your tour onion you should probably get stuff like that. Like don't search for that and crazy because you're gonna wind up see so you ever see stuff you want to see or mean indicators things will be right. Stay on the bright side of the internet, the name of the internet. But also what I seen happening is they're able to shut them down fairly quickly, but then they pop right back up. So like this article just not that long ago, I wouldn't be surprised that by the time this airs, it's already a duplicate or mirror site out there already running with it, right? Because the bad guys really have no shame, right? But it's easy back these things up and then put them back on as a leader. That way they don't have to rebuild from scratch. So that's probably what they'll do until they can spin off another forum or another hosting or application to have you. So just be careful out there. Like don't go searching for a hitman or worry about guns. Just things of that nature, and you won't wind up in these places. But if you are there on purpose, then yeah, the takedown notice should go to inferior. Or cause you to want to flip on your friends. Like you said, once apply this bar of things. They steal some random people out, they steal some bad person, right? Like that's what drug dealers do. Drug dealers steal from other drug dealers. What do you call it out? Like it really makes sense. So I would just get out of the game. Stop stealing, do a real job, right? Or like we talked about all these episodes, the callback. Do a job for somebody else. That's also, it's almost a middle one, but it's great. Definitely change something throughout the week. So again, Monday, Tuesday are topics, listening discussion. Fridays, everything else. So it's about movies, books, games, all that good stuff. And then just lately we've been doing the catch up. It was my birthday was yesterday, so if you're listening to this now, I know I passed 2 or 3 days ago. But yeah, I'll talk about that as well, and then some comedy show. I'll talk about that on Friends episode. So tune in throughout the week, like, share, subscribe. Because all this has to go by you and the other side of the FW, the other side of the firewall, or ask guys to speak. I came in personally. I'm at Security Guy on pretty much every major social media platform. So LinkedIn, Clubhouse, Threads, Twitter, all these things. LinkedIn primarily. And you, Chris, where can they find you?
You can find me on LinkedIn under Chris Allen.
There it is. Stay safe. Stay secure.